The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, January 6th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply, but grab that thing and remember, as always, to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo-wee. Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, January 6th. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dad, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Could I miraculously pull this out of my ass? We had some tough beats. I'm wearing Al Borland flannel. Holy shit, we got a lot going on. I'm joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins at West Virginia and Frank Martin at South Carolina, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. What's up, my friend?
Let's go, man. Yeah, it might be our first losing night of 2023. We still got some games, but yeah, the bad beats were rolling on early in the evening tonight.
Couple of these, I just got to complain and bitch and moan. But hey, overall, first I'll do a live score check before we dive into what has occurred tonight. Well, currently I got below the TV here. And hopefully you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. Iowa currently up 2 on Indiana, 53 seconds left, and Iowa was down big at one point. They came back, and we'll see how that plays out. North Texas just went final, beating Western Kentucky, as we both, I think, picked the Mean Green up there in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and the Hilltoppers lose another one. USC battling back. They were down a lot. It's a 7-point game currently in Westwood. As I know, me and you are sweating out that one as we have the Trojans plus a decent number. What was that, 12.5? Got to check.
Yeah, it closed at like 10.5, so I felt good about it. So we'll see what happens.
We also have Santa Clara up 8 on Pepperdine, Utah up 8 on Oregon State, Hawaii up 6 on UC San Diego, Fullerton putting it on Riverside. Utah Tech up on Baptist, Long Beach up on Northridge by 14. Gonzaga and San Francisco just tipped. Washington, Arizona just tipped, and Pacific San Diego. Pacific's up 8, surprisingly, on San Diego as we took Pacific. So hopefully that can hang on. And we also have BYU Loyola going on. Kelly LePepe, the greatest basketball player to ever touch planet Earth. We'll start things off with recap. Fairleigh Dickinson. Why did we not lock this?
Oh, man, we should have. It was standalone.
Why did we not lock this?
What channel was it on? I couldn't find it.
NEC, probably NEC Network, which you can get the app. Like, if you're a maniac like me, I watch NEC football and basketball. Get the app, folks. NEC free for you right there. All right. None of the bullshit. None of the Pac-12 shit where you're better off
go to Australia.
Yeah, you're better off getting an apartment in Baghdad to watch the fucking Pac-12 network. But they just rolled them. We were all over this one. I remember I was going to take St. Francis, and I saw they lost to Central Connecticut State that bad. I said, I can't take them. I can't take them. And boom, FDU gets it done. We were both on that. And how about our Cocaine Bears? Yes. Yes. Almost won it outright.
I know.
They got the heart of lions, tigers, and bears. Yeah, and they proved it. They proved it. Because they were down double digits at one point. They battled back because they do have the heart. The Mike Tyson
of a
heart
cocaine bear.
Bears. Yes, exactly. I added a lock. Hopefully you got the picks page. Hopefully you got the SGPN app. If not, let me just call you a fucking idiot out there, world, all right? Because it's free to download. And I added Rutgers -5, and boom! At the rack, get this little Maryland Terrapin nonsense out of here. Nobody goes into the rack and gets a dub. You got a better chance going into Iraq and getting a dub than going into the rack, baby.
Scarlet Knights are having a hell of a week, man.
Dude, they're going to be in they're a tournament team. They're a tournament team,
Easy.
man.
Steve Peichel can coach, man.
Yeah, man. I think this is the best team yet. Yep. App State, Coastal Carolina. This game was fucking fantastic. I don't know if you got eyes on this one.
I did.
The beach.
I had App State locked up, man. I thought they were rolling early and then got away late.
Dude, they should have covered. They should have covered because
and then they should have lost.
Yes. I mean, it was a crazy final 2 minutes. They make a buzzer beater putback. Unbelievable, and they win by 1. That game was absolutely wild. That was like that's why college basketball is fantastic, is because down the stretch it was all over the fucking place, man. It looked like they were going to win by 12 with 2 minutes left. They look like they're going to lose by 1 with 5 seconds left. Oh man, what a game. Queens, we should have locked this. Wait,
it's our team.
They were getting one, right? Right? No, they were laying one, so it would have been a push. This thing should have hit, though. Should have hit. Queens wins against Bellarmine by 1. 75-74. Lehigh. I know we went back and forth on this. I rode the Mountain Hawks, got the dub here. But you were right on Holy Cross because, wow.
You should have won.
Overtime.
They blew that game, man. They blew a 7-point lead with like 2 minutes left.
The spread closed at 5.5 too. So Cross got the cover because they lost by 5 in overtime.
I almost put in the Discord when they were up 7 with like 2 minutes left. I'm like, is Holy Cross the greatest team ever in college basketball now all of a sudden? And I didn't hit send because I'm like, it's not over yet. An American found a way, hit a 3 in the corner to force overtime. But Noah Phoenix, Holy Cross Crusaders cover another spread.
Yeah, unbelievable. And probably should have went out right. Georgia Southern, you were right here. I still took Marshall on the road, but you took Southern. Marshall sucks on the road.
I know.
That's why they're not going to win. We're not going to see them in the tournament. We're not going to see them in the big dance because they're going to have to play some of these neutrals and away games. But maybe there's hope because there were some other games in the Sun Belt we will be talking about. Georgia Southern wins by 5. Texas State, 14-point dogs? Some shit like that. I mean, does anyone understand James Madison basketball?
You should just hedge yourself, and if they're laying big points, take them with the spread, but also take the other team on the money line because if they're not going to win a narrow margin game, if they're not going to cover, they're going to lose outright.
I mean, can anyone make sense of it? Like go through their whole season. It's a head scratcher.
Who are their losses to now?
Valparaiso, Texas State, who lost to a D2 school,
and Coppin State.
Unfucking believable, man. And that was the game that had no refs.
Couldn't find it. Google Maps.
Unfucking believable. Well, how about the upsets were happening? Obviously, we alluded to Southern. We alluded to Texas State. The airport in a game I locked. I ate shit on this one. Shout out to the airport. Hangar 5 can be tough to grab a dub, and they beat the Charlotte 49ers. What is going on? How do you lose that game to FIU?
That was the Miami Georgia Tech game of tonight. It made no sense.
I took the bait. It's like I'm a little fish in the ocean, and I know this thing's gonna fucking bite me, and I still, I know it's a fishing lure, but I'm still gonna eat the fucking worm. You know what I mean? That's my little fishing analogy for the night. Hofstra, we should have locked this up. They won by 16 against Hampton.
I thought we did.
Did we? Because I forgot to bet it. I know we took it.
I locked it on the picks at least.
Son of a bitch, because I forgot to bet it then. See, that's the problem, man. You get firing away. I'm doing like 30 episodes yesterday. At the end of the day,
81 game slate.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell you're doing. The vacuum company, Wagner, they lost to Stonehill. I mean, Wagner's kind of like mini JMU.
Yeah.
I don't understand them. That's a good win for Stonehill, man.
Big time. And shout out to Rob Donaldson in the chat. He had 500 on Stonehill's money line. Let's go.
Holy shit. Rob Donaldson. Getting it done.
Buy your season tickets.
Drinks on Donaldson. Find out where the fuck he lives. Knock on his door, huh?
Your winnings could buy courtside seats to Stonehill for the rest of the year.
Shit. You throw that in their NIL collective, you might get a blowjob by every fucking person working there. All right. Southern Indiana. Oh man, this one. Absolutely killer. I had Southern Indiana plus 2.5 with 1 second left in this game. Morehead State was up 2.
Yep.
Southern Indiana got the foul with 1 second left. All you got to do is catch the ball and throw it in the fucking air. This was brutal, man. This was absolutely fucking brutal. This is a brutal beat. I had a couple brutal beats I felt like tonight. That was one of them. Because I'm like, oh, there's only 1.1 seconds. This game's over. No. Not the case. Morehead State gets the dub. Purdue. I was on Purdue. I know you rode with Ohio State.
This one hurt.
Yeah, this one was crazy because what you see your boy from WVU, McNeil.
Yeah, Sean McNeil. Big 3.
Go up 3 with how many? 30 seconds left? I don't even remember. 45 seconds, something like that. And you're thinking, man, Ohio State's got this. Nope. They go two. They go to Edey, the big man, for a quick 2, and then they steal the inbounds. Unbelievable.
All you got to do is hold the ball. You're going to get fouled. Just don't throw a bounce pass from the corner back to the middle of the floor. God, so many teams do that. They just shit their pants when they get pressed at the end of games.
Unfucking believable. What a win for Purdue.
Coming down the wire in.
What's that? What did you say?
I said we're coming down the wire here in Iowa City.
Yeah. Here we go. Right now, Iowa up 3, 9 seconds left. Navy gets destroyed. I took the 9. Did not hit. Colgate won by 14. I didn't bet this, but I mean,
did you see Navy was up 16-2?
And they lost by double digits. Tell you, dude, Colgate though fucks up these teams, dude. Like these teams in their league, they whoop their ass left and right. Robert Morris got their ass whooped by Youngstown State. Shout out to the Penguins. The Penguins are good. They might be a tournament team this year.
Yeah, they'll be right in the thick of things in that tournament.
The Flaming Libs bodied Jacksonville State. I was on the right side of that. I know you got cute. You went with the Gamecocks.
I should have went with what Vegas was telling us that the Flaming Libs were going to roll on again. The Libs are good, man. They're drilling teams now.
Dude, their defense is elite in that league. It's really fucking elite. Jacksonville. I took Jacksonville. You took Stetson, Ray Finkel's alma mater, and you hit. They won by 12 against the Dolphins there. ODU plus 5 did not hit for us. We didn't bet this, but we thought, potentially Troy wins by 7.
Yeah, that was a bad beat too.
Yeah.
They should have covered that too.
Stony Brook. I know you guys were calling me crazy. I laid the 1. They won by 11. Monmouth is the worst team in college basketball. Monmouth, Mississippi Valley State. I won a tournament with Monmouth, Mississippi Valley State, Lamar, Cal Berkeley, Louisville. I won a tournament.
Georgetown.
Mike Leach's idea. Omaha. I was on the right side of Omaha against Western Illinois. I know you rode the Leathernecks, or what did Noah Beanick call them? the leather. I don't remember. Leatherface. I don't know. Some shit like that. How about North Florida? We knew that Kennesaw line stank. That's what we're noticing. You're right. And that's why I think you probably had a pretty good night, because if you would have bet the games that stunk, you would have already hit on the Charlotte one.
Audio issues.
What? You're out?
No, I got headphone issues. I'm going no headphones. I'm good now.
No, but you would have hit on the games that stunk. You would have hit on FIU. You would have hit on the Georgia Southern one.
Yes.
And you would have hit on North Florida against Kennesaw. So if you just bet those or lock those, you'd be sitting there, on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. All right.
Well, I did a Courtney Love money line round robin in the Discord tonight. I think I had the two you just said. It was, who was it? It was, FIU, Monmouth, Holy Cross, Georgia Southern, and Arlington. I should have put Monroe in there.
Dude, what the fuck is up with ULM too, man?
They're 3-0 in league play. Dude,
they look like the next greatest team. What was it? The 96 Bulls. Iowa wins by 2, by the way. Sacred Heart gets it done against Merrimack. We were right there. FAU UAB on the show was at 2. When I went to Tally Slate, it was at 1.5. So I hit there. We would have pushed if you're going off the show last night. Because they were laying 2. Albany and UMBC was a push as well. And then Army, you filthy people in the chat.
Proud to be an American, baby.
Oh, I love it. Here you guys go. Shout out to Fallon Iverson and all the fine people that took Army, and I'll give you your music.
I wore the shirt for you guys.
Loyola is hurting inside right now. All right. Yeah, Loyola's hiding. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man. I can't let it slide.
Red, white, and blue, baby.
There you go. Honestly, and you know who's a fucking real American? Jalen Rucker. Yes, I know we got Rucker Park. I don't know if there's any relation, but holy shit, 35 points for the Army Black Knights. Somebody, you want a real American? It's Jalen Rucker. Get the guy an NIL deal or something, all right? We don't need this guy at war. God damn it, he can play basketball.
I was going to say, he's going to make a hell of a soldier, baby.
Don't look now, by the way, USC up 2 under a minute.
It's a rivalry, man. That was too many points.
I knew, man. These games are all wild, man. They're all wild. New Hampshire ate shit against Binghamton. You took the golf course, didn't you? I took New Hampshire.
I did take the golf course. I thought that they could. I said, bring your cooler. It's going to be an ugly golf round, but you'll get through it. But I was wrong.
Yeah. I want to touch base on the chat here. We have Joe Jenks in the chat. Shout out to Joe Jenks. Hell of a solid American as well. He says, you guys called it on the bad lines today. I'll be listening from now on. Amen, brother.
Better start thinking about yours, baby.
Yes. And look, we do this every night.
Yep.
Do any other podcasts go every other night? Hoops Peterson. I'll be on the show later tonight.
Yeah. He's about it.
Yeah. Veason. Check out Veason, folks.
We're more entertaining than Hoops Peterson.
Hoops, good guy. Good guy. But I have yet to hear him make any dick jokes about Rick Pitino. So
yeah,
it's not too late. It's not.
He doesn't talk dust ups.
Yeah. SMU got absolutely just completely shit hammered against Houston. We should have took Houston. We should have took Houston.
We should have. We got cute. We got way too cute there.
Yeah. Rob says in the chat, Peterson doesn't play the ECU song. You're goddamn right, baby. Look, Peterson's a good guy, and like I said, look, 11:15 on the West, 2:15 on the AM on the East. You're going to see Pick Dundee on the show tonight. Milwaukee beats Cleveland State in overtime. This game was fantastic. Had it on here at the studio. Milwaukee's, been a tough team to see. I ended up taking State after seeing Milwaukee a couple. You catching this game right now?
Yeah, I just saw them take the lead. It's a fantastic game, man.
Yeah, this is what rivalry games, man. This is why they're awesome.
And it's in the 50s. I love it. 59-58 with 15 seconds. That's the way college basketball should be played.
Yeah, exactly. Amen. I like that. I don't need to see 150 points. All right. You turn on the NBA, you watch 150 fucking point games. It's like, come on. I know you're not playing defense. If that's happening, I know you're not trying. All right. Look, Rob says my girlfriend keeps asking me why the ECU song plays like 10 times each day. Well, maybe you got to take her to Greenville. All right. Drexel, Towson. This beat was absolutely fucking brutal. This is what I mean. The Southern Indiana beat and this one. Oh my gosh. Now we didn't lose money on this because it was 6. But this thing should have hit. This Towson was up 12 with like 90 seconds left, and the game pushed. Couldn't get the ball in bounds, killing me. Absolutely.
They just threw it to them at the end. He just said, here.
What are you doing, dude? They're going to foul you, and you can make a free throw.
It's more guys shitting their pants down the stretch when all you got to do is get the ball in bounds and the game's over. He just goes, here, just have it. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Unbelievable. Bill and Mary beat Northeastern. Who was our guy that told us to take Northeastern in January?
Mike the Ike.
Mike, where you at, brother? All right, come on. You're going down to Williamsburg. Can't get a dub in Williamsburg. Come on. Williamsburg they haven't been relevant since fucking John Smith was fucking Pocahontas. All right, come on.
I was about to say, can we still call them William and Mary? I can't keep track. Yeah. The tribe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. How do they get away? They get a pass on that one, huh?
Everybody gets a pass but the Redskins.
Yeah. I don't know. The Indians got had.
True, yeah. And they might have a worse name than the Commanders. Guardians.
Both killed me. Like, come on. We're such a soft society. We're such no one is making a connection seeing Heineke score a touchdown and say, you know what? Everyone's racist. I mean, come on. But now we have end racism in the end zone.
Yeah,
call me crazy.
Cures everything.
Yeah. Dude, I've done stand up at like fucking 10 Native American casinos. I asked that question every time when because we get booked by Native American. A lot of times it's Native American comics, and I'll say, dude, I gotta know. And they're like, no, we need fucking help in every other aspect.
Yeah.
It's like, but hey, it's 2022, or 23, whatever the fuck you want to say. But it is weird how like the Braves get the pass,
the Chiefs.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then even like Florida State, it just there's no consistency. You know what I mean? There's no consistency.
They're out there chopping. It's like this is just like spitting in our face as Redskins fans.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just there's no consistency. I mean, and I love the NFL and racism. It's like every end zone, and then Jerry Jones, who's sitting there. There's a photo of Jerry Jones in like Montgomery, Alabama, or wherever. I think that was Montgomery, Alabama, if my history is correct.
Where he's like, year 1915.
They're like, hey, we should be in separate schools. He's sitting there saying that, and yeah. But that touchdown's going to end racism. That's only going to make it worse. You know that, right? If they had just done nothing, but the fact you're putting it there, is going to piss people off, and it's just, But hey, they care.
It's money, man.
They care. Yeah. The most powerful guy is a fucking apparently in his history was a pretty strong racist.
Those NFL owners, man, they're as clean as they come, right?
Oh, Jerry Richardson, the all-time greatest story ever. Jerry Richardson, who's probably, I mean, let's be honest. If you're that rich, normally you're a piece of shit. I have a theory. I'll give a pass. I'll give a pass to Jay-Z because I like him, but. Normally, if you're that rich, you've been pretty ruthless in your life, I think. And I mean, look, Lamar Hunt. Have you ever heard the situation? So the Chiefs owner, Have you ever read up on the JFK assassination? That might have been the Hunt family behind that. I mean, you can go one by one all across. Was that Nets owner that was Russian? I thought there was something shady in his history. Jerry Richardson, though, is the all-time greatest because that Me Too movement stuff was going on.
He says, I'm out.
Dude, he sold he sold that shit over the weekend. Normally it takes like 8 months to sell a team. He's like, you know what? Sell it. He picks up the phone. Sell it. But your value's worth $5 billion. Sell the fucking team.
It didn't even take a full business day.
Oh, man. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
Yep.
Lafayette loses in overtime to Boston, but they cover. Shout out to Lafayette. I think you were on Lafayette, right? You took the 6, I think, didn't you?
I think I took Boston.
Plays a lot of close games. I think you took Lafayette, buddy.
Yes.
Green Bay. Green Bay covered against IPFW.
I was on Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, they looked all right. They looked all right today. Bryant loses to Vermont. This is one, though, that you thought it smelled. Yes. This is one where you would have been wrong. You would have been wrong. There's Vermont wins by 10.
There's no Courtney Love there.
Yeah. Yeah. Long Island.
They suck.
I'm sorry. I must apologize to the chat.
I'm with
you. I must
you.
apologize. I'm sorry. Look, I love the old school NBA. I'm a Rod Strickland guy. You know what I mean? I always liked this game.
Fried chicken before the game, baby.
I'm a fucking idiot. All right. I'm a fucking idiot. You guys are the best. I'm the worst. All right. Next time I ever go to take Long Island, please remind me that
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I love that clip.
That's so great. So great. Shout out to Billy Madison. SIU Edwardsville covered against Tennessee State. We were on the right side of that. Georgia State. Yeah, SIU's good, dude. SIU's good. I'm impressed with them. We took Georgia State, and this was like I think a lock across the board, at least like me, you, and NC Nick. What the hell's going on with ULM? What is going on? They're becoming good.
It was me, you, NC Nick, and the other Nick as well. So, yeah, man, that line stunk. I mean, we still took it. We took the bait, and Courtney Love got us.
This is my fault tonight. I mean, look, I think I still had a winning night by one game because USC and Colorado hitting, but my fault. My fault on a couple of these. They reeked, and I said, you know what? I'm still diving into the stink. Sometimes the Courtney Love game can work for you, the Courtney Love vagina game, but not tonight. This one was absolutely killer too. I took Sam Houston State -3, and for 37 minutes, I was looking fine. Grand Canyon, shout out to them. They showed a lot of heart coming back and sending the game to overtime. And then when they got it to overtime, they won. I mean, I feel like Sam Houston's the better team here. I really do. I watched that game. I watched that game from start to finish. But Grand Canyon stole that game, and kudos to them. Tough beat for me. And damn it, what are you doing? I might go catch a Grand Canyon game. Might be part of that movement there. All right.
The Grand Canyon that's not part of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll go to the Grand Canyon and I'll root for Grand Canyon. If there's no basketball gym there, I'll just stay rooting.
You do need to go check out Grand Canyon University, a game there, because that place does get lit. They've done a great job there. We were there 2017 Final Four before the Phoenix Final Four, so we practiced there. That's a cool gym.
Yeah, I got to check it out, man. I got to check it out. Seattle wins by 2 against Rio Grande. The Mexican River gets the cover. Middle Tennessee. Oh, did you see the end of this game? Middle Tennessee, UTSA. Meep. Fucking Meep.
That line kind of stunk too, I thought.
UTSA hits a fadeaway 3 at the buzzer to win the game outright. That was awesome. And then Southern Miss. Thankfully, and I know someone DM'd me about this. Look, we were on Southern Miss. We didn't bet it because we thought that line smelled.
Yes.
Louisiana won by 14. Hey, this is a big night for the smell. Southern Utah, the Thunderbirds lost to Tarleton State. I took the Thunderbirds. You took Tarleton. I think you got me there.
Billy Gillespie, baby.
Yeah. But, I was the one to talk you into Arizona State. And if I may say so myself.
Let's go.
Pat myself on the back here. Pac-12 coming through for me tonight. Might have to get that apartment in Baghdad. Because Pac-12 treated me very kind tonight. How about St. Thomas? The Tommies, -6.5. Getting it done. Take that, Noah Beanick, with your little Pioneers.
You're not walking into the Shoemaker.
Yeah, the Shoemaker that's where
Shoemaker, whatever it's called.
South Dakota State, our Dakota parlay did not hit because South Dakota State, they've been weird this year, man. They've been weird. North Dakota State wins by 6. How about South Alabama beating the shit out of Arkansas State? Didn't lock it, but we were on the wrong side of that.
We need to fade Arkansas State going forward.
Yeah, I try to do that, and then they go to Old Dominion and they win, and you say, huh? Right?
They suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Utah Valley, I was on the right side of that. I know you took UTA. And
that one smelled.
How about this one? Rice, La Tech. La Tech wins in overtime. We thought this line smelled.
Yep.
I dove into the stink. I bet this, so I ate shit here. How about Eastern Kentucky? We thought this line smelled. I believe Central Arkansas covered by 0.5 point. This is a 2.5 point spread. We knew this line smelled. So this
was prime candidate. Central Arkansas is awful.
Yeah. This one was ridiculous. What else do we have? Florida Gulf Coast, we locked up. Austin P wins outright. We thought that line smelled. I mean, the smell had a very strong night tonight. I
was going to say, you know what? We didn't have the greatest betting night we're both around that 500 mark, but we we prevented disaster for people that just said, if you said, hey, I'm not taking any of the games that they said smell, I bet you those hit on 80%, 75, 80% tonight.
We're a gambling relief podcast. All right.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Move the chains first down.
Dude, I had a bet on South Dakota -2. That thing pushed. I mean, we had like a 7.5. No. What was that? Oh no, I had it in a tease. But I teased basketball. Don't judge me.
1-800-522-4700.
Northern Arizona wins by 1. I think that was Jalen Cone that hit the big shot there in overtime. We were on the right side of that one. Montana State, thank God.
Finally, the game makes sense.
Bobcats get it done on the road by 20. I was surprised Wichita sucked that bad tonight. I know that score is actually a little deceiving because they came back and kind of made it a little respectable. They got their ass whooped tonight. Make no mistake. Nichols barely beats Commerce, A&M Commerce. Portland State did not cover against E-Dub. Eastern Illinois, what? They're back to being shitty?
Tennessee Tech's awful too. I mean, for them to get beat down by the Golden Eagles, that's awful.
Yeah. UC Irvine beats UC Davis. I was on the right side of that. UCLA wins by 2 over USC, but it hits. Like I said, I think I had a 6-5 record ATS tonight. I think either that or 7-6, one of the two. Colorado hit for us against, and I'll be honest, when I saw KJ Simpson wasn't playing, the Pac-12 Player of the Week last week, I thought we're gonna get screwed on this game. But Colorado's Colorado.
I was thinking the opposite. I go, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna drill them now. Buffalo's baby.
Simpson out with dude. KJ Simpson's by far their best player.
I agree, but that team makes absolutely no sense. Whatever you think makes sense, do the opposite. So ride the Buffalo, baby.
I did see some other college basketball people complaining about Colorado. They're like, nah, I hate this team. They lose to Grambling and Cal, but they just destroy Tennessee and Oregon. I don't know, but
that's why you listen to this show, baby.
Yeah, we were on it. Here. All right, game balls.
We'll play them the next game.
Game balls. Let's go. Currently, San Francisco up 8 on Gonzaga. Uh-oh. Watch out. My first game ball. I mean, I got to go Purdue for the way they found the way to win that game. Give me the Purdue Boilermakers. First game ball. Boiler up! What are you doing here?
Yeah, you stole mine. I was going to go Purdue, obviously, with the big win in Columbus. I'll go the other Big Ten. Iowa rallies from down, 21 or 25-4, whatever. Chris Murray was awesome again, 30-10. He's unstoppable. He's unguardable. I will take the Iowa Hawkeyes in a game they had to have, man. Had to get in the Big Ten win column.
True. Starting off with a couple Big Ten plays. My second game ball is gonna go to I'm gonna go to Grand Canyon, finding a way to get that win on the road. Like I said, like they were down the entire game until like 3 minutes left when they made a late run, got it to overtime, rode that momentum in overtime. Shout out to Bryce Drew and the Antelopes. What's your second game ball?
I'm gonna go to the Owls. Get it done against UAB. I mean, that fantastic win. They're alone in Conference USA up top in the standings. They've beaten UAB now and North Texas back-to-back, the two best team, two last defending champions. So I will take Florida Atlantic.
All right, my final game ball is going to be the Raging Cajuns. Look, they were really good before that Texas loss. They went to Austin, got their ass whooped, and we should talk about Chris Beard in a second. But then they followed that up with a 1-point loss at Coastal Carolina and a 4-point loss at ODU. And all of a sudden, we thought this quality team had lost 3 games in a row. They make a statement. They put it on Southern Miss. This is a win that might matter later in the year. Shout out to the Raging Cajuns. Getting it done. Your final game ball, what are you doing?
Probably going to go back to the Big Ten here. I'm going to go Rutgers, man. I feel like we give out Rutgers a game ball almost every other night. That's because they keep rolling under Steve Peichel. They put it on Maryland in a letdown spot that was labeled that way, and they went right through it. They pounded them. So I'll take the Rutgers Scarlet Knights NCAA tournament team.
Yeah. I mean, they're really impressive. By the way, San Diego has battled back to take the lead. Lavin doing things. They're up 2 with 48 seconds left. There's a bunch of other actually going to Washington, currently up 10 on Arizona in the desert. And Kelly LePepe and LMU are tied up with BYU just before the half. All right, you ready to pick today's games? Short slate. It's a Friday. Remember, folks, Saturday morning also. First off, tomorrow night we will be back. Same time or right around the same time. And then Saturday morning, I'll do the pregame show, college basketball pregame show at 8 a.m. on the West, 11 a.m. on the East, if my math is correct. All right, so let's dive into Friday's action. But before I do that, we gotta do some type of music here. Let's go with let's go back to the gambling. Run and shoot. We can really run and shoot. And the whole team's looking and the whole world's looking with the gamblers. Yes, we are the gamblers. Unfortunately, not a daytime Friday game because they're all cowards. All right. Vote for Dundee for commissioner. All right. Western Michigan is at Toledo. 15.5 points. This is at the Savage Arena. Oh, that's tough. CBS Sports Network. They won by 42 the last time they played. Toledo did. Toledo's coming off that loss.
Yeah. They're going to drill them.
This is a big number, though, man. It's a fucking big number, but it's the Savage Arena. All right. Shout out to Macho Man. I will take the Rockets minus the big number. I'm not betting it, though. What are you doing?
I'm on Toledo as well. I can't lock this though. 15, that's too many points in a Maction game.
Way too many points, man. Way too many points.
Way too many to lock.
15 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dartmouth. Fucking Dartmouth is at Yale. You know, I have a rule. And I feel like we should probably lock this. Because on a slate where I don't see a lot of games I like, I might revisit this one. Dartmouth is just 4-11. Yale is 10-4. This is at the John J. Lee Amphitheater. All right, so get ready for some tunes. Yale only won by 5 a season ago. I have a theory. And this theory, more times than not, I feel like is correct. Now, I know Yale, not a totally all-white team. However, it's the law of averages. Dartmouth, probably an all-white team. I feel like I've watched them a couple times, but I'm taking Dartmouth. I'm taking Dartmouth. What are you doing?
I'm going to go the other way, and the reason why Yale lost to Columbia, got embarrassed the other day. That was one of the puzzling lines that stunk, where somehow Yale loses to Columbia. I'll go Yale here in a bounce back.
Just want you to know that Dartmouth, yeah, I guess they did get their ass whooped twice.
They're terrible too.
But they've covered, like they would have covered against, like they only lost to Boston by 8. Only lost to South Florida by 4. Only lost to UMass by 11. You're living on the edge. Give me Dartmouth. Next up, Oakland is heading to Northern Kentucky. What the hell is this? The truest
BB&T arena.
Yeah. Highland Heights, Kentucky. Northern Kentucky won this by 5 a year ago. The spread's currently at 6.5. NKU's favored by 6.5. And, you know, Oakland can't play defense. And on a night where I'm struggling to find games that I really like, give me Northern Kentucky minus the points. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
I'll join you. I think Oakland's in the road. Good spot for the Norse.
Let's go. And shout out to Trevor in the chat. He's right. Hit that like button, fellas. 39 people watch. We only have 5 likes. The hell we got to do to get some likes over here? All right. Shout out to Trevor. He's a good, honest man. Next up, we have Penn is at Cornell. Penn coming off that nice win where I didn't think they'd be able to go into Brown and get the dub. They did. They're 8-7. They were preseason contenders too. A lot of people had them contending for the Ivy championship. Maybe they're getting their shit together, but they head to Ivy, the Big Red. Whew, they've been a darling of ours.
Been rolling.
Penn won by 5 a season ago. This is at the Newman Arena, Ithaca, New York. Man, I'm thinking we should, on a night where I just don't have many bets. But Penn bit the other night, man. I went on Brown, man. I actually put some money on Brown. What are you doing here? I'm taking Cornell, but I'm saying you can talk me into betting Cornell right now.
I like Cornell a lot here, and I'm going to lock it up because, I mean, Penn, yes, they beat Brown the other night, but, I mean, they're not playing on the same level that Cornell is. Cornell's won every game outside of Miami and Syracuse since the opener against Boston College that they should have won. They've won on the road. They're back home. I think it's a good spot. I'll lock up the Big Red. Bring your gum.
There you go. Big Red Freshmans. No. I need to find that commercial from the 80s or 90s. Whatever the fuck that was. The Big Red Gum. Shout out to Big Red Gum. NC Nick, strong hater of that Big Red Gum. Next up, we have Harvard going to Brown, going to Rhode Island to take on Brown. I think we lay. I know Brown's coming off the loss at the Paul Bailey. What is this? Pizzatola. Sports Center? Pizzatola? Wow. What a name. Harvard won by 15 last year. Tommy Amaker. I think he can win this thing. They're both coming off losses.
Yeah.
Give me Harvard plus 1.5. What are you doing here?
I struggle with this one. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take Brown. I'm going to take the other Cocaine Bears. Home team, need a win, bounce back.
You make a strong case.
Flip a coin.
I think this game's really hard to forecast, actually.
Agreed.
Next up.
It's the Ivy League.
Next up, so I think we should lock this one, but I am a bit scared that this was a 3-point game the last time they played. Rick Pitino is traveling to Iona. They're traveling to McCann Arena. You guys remember Bob McCann, former Washington Bullet power forward? Looked like a guy who definitely worked for a fucking moving company. Man, we should lay the 12.5, right? I feel like we should lock this, but Marist did only lose by 3 last time they played. But when you look at Iona, they can't. They're better this year, right?
I feel like Iona has struggled to cover these big numbers at times, though. SMU's the first one that pops in my head out in Hawaii. Hofstra as well earlier in the year. I know Marist is not on those two teams' level, but I'm going to take Marist.
You crazy bastard.
I'm going to go against Rick Pitino. Who does Iona does have Quinnipiac on deck too.
I don't have much that I like on this slate.
Yeah.
Would
you say Quinnipiac's the second best team?
No. I would say Siena, then Quinnipiac. Yeah.
So I'll go Marist.
I'm gonna go Iona. But
I'm not locking it.
I might bet this. Dude, I can tell you the slate's too short. I'm gonna end up betting a couple things that I don't feel amazing about just because the slate is short. Quinnipiac is at the moving company of Ryder. Quinnipiac is getting 2 points. This line stinks. Why is Ryder favored? Why?
I have no idea.
I'm taking the moving company. Because it doesn't make sense. And tonight I got my ass kicked going. I mean, I guess I technically had a winning night, but I didn't have a great night. Give me the moving company -2. What are you doing?
I love it. I will lock up Ryder. Quinnipiac's got Iona on deck. Look ahead spot. Let's go, Ryder, the moving company.
Yeah.
Bring your dolly. Lock it up.
Let's go. St. Peter's is at Siena. Siena's laying 8.5. Which St. Peter's will we see is the question. Peacock's coming off that magical season a year ago. This is at the MVP Arena. I got an idea for the basketball court. Let's call it the MVP Arena because we have the most valuable players. Oh my gosh, what a great name for a fucking stadium.
That's
you know that
correct.
Yeah, just ridiculous. Man, Siena's won 4 straight. Give me Siena minus the points. I don't know, though. It's a lot of points in these fucking games. They're all I feel like these conference games are all, with the exception of Iona, I feel like a lot of these games go down to like 3-4 point, finals. But give me Siena minus the point. No, fuck that. Give me St. Peter's plus the points.
I was going to say, I like St. Peter's in. We keep talking about how St. Peter's is unpredictable. Lost Iona, beat Manhattan, got drilled by Maryland, beat Quinnipiac. Every other game, this is the every other game. I will go St. Pete's.
Yeah, let's go with the Peacocks. Let's go.
Peacock. Let the Peacock fly, baby.
Shout out. Remember last year when St. Peter's was having that magical run, one of their fans or something, or I don't know, actually, I don't think it was a fan. I think it went viral though, of someone bringing a peacock, a real peacock on an airplane. It was all over the internet. It was fantastic. Niagara is at Fairfield. Fairfield's laying 3. This line smells. This smells. Niagara's sitting there at 8-5. Fairfield 6-8. I mean, what the hell am I missing here? I get it. Fairfield won by 20 last year when they played. Maybe that's the logic. At the Lee D. Mahoney Arena. We're big on Police Academy here. on the college basketball experience, but Niagara's won 3 straight. Give me Niagara Falls plus the points. You?
I'm gonna go Fairfield. I'll lay the points here.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, give me Fairfield. The smell. I
gotta
dive in.
Man.
Yeah, I gotta listen to the smell, not dive in. Listen and stay away. Detroit is taking on Wright State. You can talk me into this.
Detroit's hard to handicap.
I'm taking Wright State minus 3.5. This is at the Wright State University Nutter Center.
What a name.
Man, great work in Dayton, Ohio. Great fucking work. ESPN 2 is covering this one. Detroit won by 5 a season ago. I mean, Wright State's 11th in the nation in field goal percentage, 44th in the nation in assists. They're a top 150 offensive team, but Detroit's also a top 100 offensive team. I'm going to Wright State. I don't love it. What are you doing?
I don't love it either. I'll go Detroit. Wright State has not been the same team since November.
Princeton is at Columbia. Oh, man. This is at the Francis S. Levian Gymnasium. Nobody walks into the Fran and gets a dub. Princeton won by 22 last year. My theory. Check this out, though. The line's only 10.5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think this one can hit. It's when it's at like 13, 14. Do I really... I think we can hit on this one. I think we might want to lock up Princeton minus 10.5 here. Coming up 3-point win against Harvard.
Yeah.
I know I have a theory with the double digits, and technically this is double digit, but
they have Cornell on Saturday though. That's the only thing. It's like, ugh.
All right, I'm not gonna lock it, but give me Princeton.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. Canisius. They suck ass. They're terrible. 2-11. They're at Manhattan.
This game's awful.
At the Dratty Gymnasium in the Bronx. Canisius won by 7 a season ago. Canisius has lost 9 straight. I can't take a team that's lost 9 straight. Manhattan's been chippier than what I thought they would be. Why is Canisius favored, though? Give me Canisius. Canisius laying 1.5. Vegas, look, we're catching on to you. Give me what are they? The Golden Griffins? Give me the Golden Griffins. What the? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, continue.
I'll lock it up. Let's go Canisius. They're due. Let's go. Them and Ryder. Yep.
Oh, man. Moneyline Mac.
Vegas tell you they're going to win this game.
Hey, throw your money on the Golden Griffins. Vegas is telling you something. Oh, man.
What a slate.
All right, I feel pretty good about this one.
What we got?
Akron. Game of the day. Akron heads to Muncie, Indiana. We're not going to get Muncie out in the middle of nowhere. Akron's what? They've lost, or they won 2 in a row. Ball State's won 6 in a row. But Ball State just had that huge win over Toledo.
Yep.
I'm thinking
national TV game.
Zips are a dog. Zips get the win. Give me Akron. Zip it up, baby. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
I'm going to join you. I think Ball State's due for a loss. Zips on the national stage. John Gross, let's go.
Final game of the night. In my opinion, this is the greatest football play in the history of the sport of football. If you're like me, who's just a football connoisseur, there was a moment in 1982 where John Elway and the Stanford Cardinals were taking on Cal Berkeley. And Elway, just like he did in the NFL, had a magical comeback. And they came back, took the lead with like 5 seconds left. They kick it off to Cal. Cal pitches the ball like 20 times. They pitch the ball so many times that the Stanford band thinks the running back is down, even though the ball's on the complete other side of the field. And then, oh man, I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name, who basically takes it to the house and unnecessarily, there's a band member in the end zone and he fucking destroys him. Like goes out of it like a battle axe. If you're watching on YouTube, it is the background on my computer. Because if there's ever something to symbolize football and nerds, this is the most beautiful moment in football history. Out of just true asshole move, but absolutely fantastic entertainment. He destroys the band member. He's already walked into the end zone. He's like 3 or 4 yards into the end zone, but just it's his rival. Hey, fuck you, buddy, is what he says. And it was absolutely fantastic. Stanford Cal on the hardwood in Berkeley. Let's drop some acid. And I don't know. I kind of, they say winning is contagious.
Hippie Olympics. Doesn't matter who wins because they're all losers.
Winning is contagious.
It will not be lit here.
I'm taking the points. This is a rivalry game, man.
Yeah.
This is like the USC play tonight. I'm taking the points. Although last time they played, actually, last year when they played, Cal won 53-39. Cal held Stanford to 39 points a season ago. Cal was terrible a season ago too, folks. At the Haas Pavilion.
They've been terrible for a while.
I'm all over the Bears here. I might even bet this because I'm looking for bets. And I got to be honest. So you're on Cal too, right?
Yeah. What are they on the money line?
I am seeing plus 280.
Oh, yeah. Grab that. That's the way to play this game. Rivalry game.
We got to go with this, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Mark Fox.
I mean, this is it. Let's do that. Let's drop acid in Berkeley, folks. Bring your deodorant. What is your top game? I honestly don't have the greatest feel about any of these games. I think the one I feel best about is Northern Kentucky or Akron.
I'll probably go the Zips. I like the Zips team. I think they're getting healthier as well. I kind of like the Cal game at the end of the night.
I do too.
That's a rivalry, man. Yeah, I'm locking up Cal.
Let's do it. We need to bet something. Give me Cal. Give me the Golden Bears at the Haas Pavilion.
Plus 280.
What is Dave?
Cal's going to win the Pac-12.
What does David Spade say in that Black Sheep movie? Tell your girlfriend to shave her pits and call me. Yeah. Anyway, Cal, that's the play. Let's go. All right. Well, look, to recap my locks, I am going with Northern Kentucky minus 6.5 at home against Oakland. You might want to wait on this. I think this might go down. You might want to wait on this until tomorrow afternoon. I think this might go down to 5.5, 5, something like that. I am also going to lock up Akron plus 2 at Ball State. I am also, what did we talk myself into? I think we talked ourselves into a lock somewhere else, didn't we?
Cornell.
Yeah. Okay. Give me the Big Red minus 3.5. They've been good to us all year. Let's just keep riding them. And then the California Golden Bears plus the points. And this is another one I think you might want to wait on. I think if anything, the line would go the opposite way. What do you think about that statement?
I think it might come down. I think we're on the right side. I think everybody's going to bet Stanford because they see what Cal's record overall now is. What are
That's
they?
What I'm saying. But I think we might be able to get more points or more value on the money line, say in 10 hours.
Yeah, I don't disagree. This also might be the one where everybody's betting Stanford and the number just stays right where it's at, meaning, hey, we're on the right side of this one.
So rattle off your locks, man.
Yep, let's lead it off. Northern Kentucky at home, minus the 6.5 against Oakland. Taking Cornell, minus the 3.5. 2 lines that stink. I'm on Ryder, minus the moving company, minus 1.5. Canisius, minus 1.5 as well. We're both on the Zips, plus 2. We think they win at Ball State. And then the rivalry game, last but not least. Cal gets it done over Stanford. The band is on the field. The band is on the court. Let's go. Plus 280 on the money line.
Yes. Folks, also, if you want to do the smell parlay, essentially.
Yes. We need to start giving this out.
The smell parlay would be Canisius would be 1. Canisius minus 1.5 at Manhattan. Ryder minus 2 against Quinnipiac. That would be another smell. And Fairfield minus 3 against Niagara. Those are the 3. Isn't there one other game? I thought there was one other game that might have
the Metro Smelly parlay.
Yeah, I think that's it. The smell parlay. The stink parlay is available, folks. Talk to your local book. Another thing I want to touch base on before we get out of here. Chris Beard was fired.
Yep.
I think it might be the appropriate time to I thought Texas was going to die. I thought they were going to scumbag it up.
So did I.
And I know his fiance retracted that statement, said, "Oh, well, the police misunderstood." When I said he was joking me, no. I asked to be choked. No, but no, this sucks.
Yeah.
If you're a Texas fan, but it's probably the outcome you want to see because obviously the guy's a fucking maniac when he's drunk. But I don't know. My first thought,
$35 million mistake.
Yeah, I would say
a lot of money.
And they're supposed to get married. Let's say you might want to pull the plug on that one. But anyway,
bring back Rick Barnes. Let's go.
Yeah, obviously he's a fucking asshole if he's doing this shit too, man. But there's 2 things I want to ask you. A, where does Texas turn? My first thought, I was talking with my guy Deshaun Tate, who does a Tate's Take college basketball podcast. And shout out to him and check that out. But me and him were talking, and I was like, dude, do you think they would make a run? Because Texas has endless money at Tommy Lloyd or Scott Drew. And would they bite?
I don't think Tommy Lloyd will leave Arizona. If Scott Drew at Baylor has a bad year, maybe, but I don't see him leaving Baylor. He's got his little niche there. I'm trying to think. Maybe the guy at UTEP, Golding, is if they want to go just a conservative route. I mean, he's a Texas guy as well.
What about Ed Cooley?
Ed Cooley's a great name. Rick Pitino.
He's too old. Actually, here was my first thought when Beard was done. We were talking about it here in the office, me and Real Money Kramer, and he's like, and I was like, well, he's either got to do the Rick Pitino thing and go to Greece or Italy for a couple of years and coach.
Yes.
Or he's got to find a program that just truly doesn't give a fuck. And
New Mexico State.
New Mexico State, Louisville.
Yes.
Kenny Payne, you're having a terrible year. Just got housed by your rival Kentucky.
Yep.
I could see Louisville saying, hey, you know what? This is us.
Chris Beard will be back as a high major coach in 5-6 years. He'll go, like you said, the Rick Pitino route. Overseas, maybe go, or Billy Gillespie, JUCO, Division II, whatever. Fly under the radar for 2 years. Then all of a sudden you get a low major job in Texas, like a Tarleton State or Abilene Christian, where his that's his alma mater. He went to Texas, but he's got some ties to Abilene Christian. And then he gets back to the high major from there when he wins the NCAA tournament game, and everybody's saying, "Oh, it's the redemption story." Everybody just forgets he's a great guy all of a sudden again.
Go to Italy.
Yep.
Don't consume too much because you're a fucking maniac apparently, and try to win some championships like Pitino. I mean, his shit is way worse than Pitino. I mean, he fucking dude. And Texas had their own investigation. I think Texas probably wanted to retain him. But I bet you their investigation revealed that he really is a true piece of shit. And he probably did some shit that's really fucked up. All those accounts are probably spot on. I mean, look, I don't know.
What about Grant McCaslin at North Texas? Stay in state. I mean, he's been great at North Texas.
But you're Texas. You have endless money. You have the most resources out of any athletics program. That's what I'm saying. Tommy Lloyd might take that bait because I don't know that Arizona has that type of money.
John Calipari.
Oh, I can see it. That's it.
That's the hire. I just thought of that. Yeah. You know what? I need to change the scenery.
Yeah.
Hook them.
Dude,
we're going to the SEC too. Yep.
Yeah, change the scenery
to
and he makes more money.
Yep.
Done deal.
He'd be great at Texas.
Yeah. Unbelievable. All right, folks. Well, we will have you covered with that news as soon as that breaks. Also, where does it put Texas for this year? Can Texas still make the Final Four this year?
No, I don't think so. They're not the same. I mean, they gave up 116 points the other night. I mean, no Final Four teams don't give up 116 points. I don't even think they're a second weekend team anymore. I know that might be a little bit of an overreaction from a talent standpoint, but you got to wonder where that team is mentally, just with the whole losing your coach. I mean, he was the glue. I mean, he turned that thing instantly. I mean, nobody ever went to the games. He got there, and all of a sudden they were jamming that thing for Gonzaga, and I forget who else they played. It was popping in there.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
I see the chat's asking when I'll be on VEASAN. It will be 11:15 Pacific time. So if you're on the East, I don't know where you're at. Trevor
Landry.
What did he say?
Chris Beard to IUPUI.
I mean,
why not?
It really matters how scummy, like in nowadays day and age. Look, and I'm not condoning what he did. Obviously, he's a fucking he really fucked up, and that's just not acceptable. But back in the days when there wasn't social media, like, dude, he would have got a job right away,
no doubt. I
mean, that's the one thing I know. I harp on a lot of great stuff from back in the day, but I will say, I do think it's right that he's got to pay a little bit of a price here, man. I wonder if he's going to get jail time. This case is still pending.
Yeah.
So
she did take it back though, right?
How does that even work though? The police arrested him. I'm no lawyer here, but I mean, I guess if she takes it back, I don't know.
Yeah.
From her point of view, she's like, damn it, I'm not married to him. I can't take him for half he's worth. I'm only the fiance. I'm joking, but I'm saying obviously, like, that scenario's terrible, and who knows what's going to happen from it. But we'll have you covered here on the College Basketball Experience. Folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Subscribe to the College Football Experience. Big weekend, FCS National Championship Sunday. FBS National Championship Monday. We got you covered. Just dropped an episode. Boom. Go check it out. College Baseball Experience is coming into full swing in February. Noah Beanick's already doing great work. He tagged me on he's emailed me some spreadsheet he's got going. I don't know what the fuck's going on. There's just players' names all over the thing. But hey, he's doing the Lord's work over there. So shout out to Noah Beanick and subscribe to the College Baseball Experience. We come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/thecollegeexperience. Check out Ryan's work, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast. And folks, shout out to whoever gave us the review that said these people are like they're from the 80s or 90s, but they got in a time machine and started picking every current college basketball game. Whoever left that review, send me a DM at the Colby D. And if you do that, just send me a DM. All right. On Twitter at the Colby D. But folks, if you can get over to iTunes, honestly, and give us a review, it really helps us. I cannot emphasize that enough. Sponsors always say they like to look at the comments and they want to see that. So it really has a trickle down effect. If you can get a minute out of your day, do that. Also check out the Sports Gambling Podcast, get the SGPN app, folks. And let's fucking go. All right. Until tomorrow night. Slate's ugly, but sometimes those are the best nights. Let's go. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, I make the best records, got the test pressures. And people pressing up to see the professor. I profess my love for the fresh pressure. Put pressure on you types, the much lesser. Much less just a customer in Westchester. Worldwide girls know me as a breast molester. I'm fresh on the keys like John Medeski. Yesterday used to be scrambled eggs for breakfast. Got big expectations and some big checklists. Make it happen, quit flashing your chicklets. Cause the company jargon sounding ridiculous. I'm suspicious that you're just dickless. Yeah, instincts. It sticks. It sticks, you know that it sticks. Need to quit looking at all them statistics. I'm gonna start a doo-wop group called the Realistics. Don't think I'm so far out, I'm realistic.